The Honourable Speaker, sir, I thank Honourable Usmate for this important question and for the opportunity to address this August House and the nation on the recent religious sacrilege. It allows us to reaffirm our firm position and outline the proactive measures being taken by the Fiji Police to prevent such incidents from reoccurring. The actions of the perpetrator were rightly condemned and widely reported. Mr. Speaker, sir, our Honourable Prime Minister addressed the matter in a clear and forthright manner, condemning the attacks on sacred spaces and reaffirming our government's commitment to uphold respect and harmony in our multi-religious and multi-ethnic society. Mr. Speaker, sir, our strength as a nation lies in our ability to embrace our differences, our distinct identities, histories, and religious faiths, while celebrating one another's festivals and values with warmth and goodwill. It is through this shared diversity that we build a nation where everyone belongs and contributes. Mr. Speaker, sir, we must agree that it is a most regrettable and unfortunate incident. And we must also agree to let the law take its own course, full stop. As the Minister responsible for policing, I acknowledge the profound importance of religious freedom and tolerance, and I reaffirm our commitment to protecting all places of worship as part of our national identity and shared peace. Mr. Speaker, sir, proactive steps taken by the police, if I may. The Fiji Police Force has taken a series of proactive and strategic steps to prevent any recurrence of such sacrilegious acts. We are actively strengthening partnership with religious leaders, community organizations, and civil society actors to promote community vigilance and mutual respect. Together, we are developing joint security protocols, conducting public awareness programs, and fostering a shared commitment to the protection of all sacred spaces. To this I mean, Mr. Speaker, sir, we've gone to the extent of asking this particular place to review their security plans. And if they can adopt and even form security committees in the various communities and have a template for the other faith-based organizations, including this particular one. We are sending a clear and firm message. Sacred spaces across all faiths must be protected. In line with this, the Fiji Police Force is working closely with Hindu religious leaders to co-design customized security plans aligned with our standard operating procedures. These templates will be adopted and made available to all religious communities. Where appropriate, we have increased police patrols, particularly around key places of worship, and this will continue during upcoming significant religious festivals. Mr. Speaker, sir, our Community Policing Division is deeply engaged with youth groups, schools, and communities. For example, during the Cyber Safety Pacifica Roadshow, awareness sessions were conducted with secondary school students to educate them on religious tolerance and responsible conduct in the digital space, especially refraining from religious slurs and inflammatory posts online. In addition, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Fiji Police Force intelligence and surveillance units are actively monitoring both online and offline activity to identify any signs of extremism or religious intolerance that could lead to sacrilegious acts. This enables timely interventions and prevention. Mr. Speaker, sir, ongoing training for police personnel has also been enhanced. There is now greater emphasis on cultural and religious sensitivity, as well as community policing principles. Recently, officers participated in a week-long blue light training of trainers workshop which equip them to lead programs targeting potential offenders and victims and to identify early warning signs of religious tensions in communities. I will end, Mr. Speaker, sir, with an emphasis on collective responsibility. Mr. Speaker, sir, while the Fiji Police Force holds the primary mandate for security, protecting our places of worship is a shared responsibility. I say that again, protecting our places of worship is a shared responsibility. Each of us, whether Muslim, Hindu, Christian, or of another faith, has a duty to look out for our neighbor. Our religious leaders and congregations must continue to build bridges within their communities, uniting people across backgrounds and encouraging collaborations that enhances community safety. By working together, Mr. Speaker, sir, by being alert and compassionate neighbors, we build a shield of protection over our homes, our communities, and our places of worship. This is how we deter those who seek to harm or divide. This is how we uphold the dignity, peace, sanctity of all our faiths in our beloved nation. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you.
I thank the Minister for Policing.